Hello and welcome to this section of the video. So in this very tutorial, I'm going to be covering the creation of the database as well as the creation of the table that is going to be containing the users data as well as information and everything that concerns the users. Then in this tutorial also I'll be covering the creation of the table that is going to contain to store their chat messages. Also in this tutorial we'll also be covering the table for storing their last messages. Yeah, definitely I know storing their last messages in a different table altogether is actually not the best practice, but I'm actually doing this for the beginners among us to be able to manipulate and use the messages as per their own specifications in their own project. So all we need to add is create database, and then we give the name of the database we want to create. So I'm going to be naming the database chat application. Unless you already know and understand how MySQL works, please just create the same database name. But if you're a beginner, just name your database the same, with mine, which is chat application. So we are going to instruct the MySQL wizard in XAMPP to use chat application, which is the database it must have created at line 1. So I'm just going to go ahead to copy all these and then paste them in my XAMPP's console and then hit Ctrl Enter. So I paste it there. So you need to press Ctrl and Enter at the same time. Then we get the database here, chat application. So let's go ahead and clear all the codes inside here so that I can explain what we've done quickly. So inside the database chat application that we created, we have 3 tables: TBL last message, TBL messages, and TBL users. So in TBL users, what we have here is we have the ID column. We have the first name, last name, email, password, and then the column for storing plain password. Then the time the account was created and the user's profile image. So let's just go ahead and let me explain what's inside the messages table. What we have inside the messages table. So the messages table, you can see there's an ID, then sender ID, receiver ID, message, files, read message, and time. So what is going to be happening here basically is when, by the time we must have built the chat application completely, what will happen is, assuming you are the first person to register on this app, your ID is going to be 1 inside the users table. Then the next person to register, his ID is going to be 2. So now, while chatting, you are going to be a sender at the same time you are going to be a receiver. You are going to be alternating between both of them. You understand? So when you send, you are going to be the sender, and then the person you are sending to will be the receiver. So when you send, we are going to build a function that is going to asynchronously grab your user ID and insert it here in the sender ID field. Then the person you are chatting with, his own ID is going to be stored here as the receiver ID. Then, assuming what is sent, the text message is going to be stored in this message column here. Then, if what is sent was actually, let me zoom it a bit for you all to see, for those of us who are using smaller devices. So, if what is sent is actually a file, then the message box is going to be empty. There will be no message for you, but you have a file, maybe you sent an image, audio, or whatever. Then, if the person you are sending the message to, has read your message, here is going to be indicating yes. If he hasn't, it's going to be indicating no. Then here is where, where we are going to be storing the time the message was sent, then TBL last message. So in this table, what we are going to be doing is, we are going to, for every message you send, it's going to add your ID here. And then the person you sent it to will be added, his ID will be added here. Then the message you sent will be added here. So I will still explain everything about this, database configuration in a later video. Let me just go ahead and end this video right here. I will explain everything fully in a later part of this video. Let's just, save time and then go fully into the, building of the chat application proper. Thank you for watching this video. Stick around for the next part. Bye.